Hey, English learners, welcome back to Daily Sentence Practice. Today, we practice one useful sentence for your daily routine. The sentence is simple, natural, and very good for speaking. Here it is. I usually exercise after work. Listen again, a little slower. I usually exercise after work. Nice. Now say it in a smooth voice. I usually exercise after work. Great start. This is a useful sentence when you talk about your routine. What does it mean? It means exercise is a normal part of my day. It does not mean every day, every time, with no change. It means this is my normal habit. I work first. Then, after work, I exercise. So, the time is after work. The action is exercise. Say the full sentence one more time. I usually exercise after work. Now let's build the sentence in small parts. The first part is I usually. Good. This part tells us it is a normal habit. Now add the action. Exercise. I usually exercise. Good. Now add the time. After work. After work. Now put it all together. I usually exercise after work. The pattern is subject, usually, verb, after, time or event. For today, we keep the action the same. We keep exercise. We only change the time or event after the word after. That keeps the pattern easy. Now change one part. We will change the time after the word after. First, change the time from work to breakfast. I usually exercise after breakfast. Good. Now change the time from breakfast to lunch. I usually exercise after lunch. Nice. Now change the time from lunch to class. I usually exercise after class. Good speaking. Now change the time from class to school. I usually exercise after school. Great. Now change the time from school to dinner. I usually exercise after dinner. Good. Now change the time from dinner to my shower. I usually exercise after my shower. Now change the time from my shower to my meeting. I usually exercise after my meeting. Last one in this set. Change the time from my meeting to my walk. I usually exercise after my walk. Excellent. Notice the sentence stays almost the same. I usually exercise after work. I usually exercise after breakfast. I usually exercise after dinner. You are controlling just one part. Mini quiz time. I will give you a time or event. You say the full sentence first. Then I will say the answer. Prompt 1. After breakfast. I usually exercise after breakfast. Good. Prompt 2. After class. I usually exercise after class. Nice. Prompt 3. After dinner. I usually exercise after dinner. Great. Prompt 4. After my meeting. I usually exercise after my meeting. Very good. Let's do one more. Prompt 5. After my walk. I usually exercise after my walk. Nice work. Your mouth is learning the shape of the sentence. Now, repeat after me. First, slow speed. I usually exercise after work. I usually exercise after breakfast. I usually exercise after lunch. I usually exercise after dinner. Good. Now, natural speed. I usually exercise after work. I usually exercise after class. I usually exercise after school. I usually exercise after my meeting. Great job. Keep your voice relaxed. Now it is your turn. Use your real life if you can. I usually exercise after blank. Nice. Try again with a different time. I usually exercise after blank. Good. Now make it feel like a real answer in a conversation. Your turn. Excellent. You can also use this pattern with other actions later. For today, just keep this sentence strong. I usually exercise after work. Write one sentence in the comments with today's pattern. I usually exercise after. Then add your own time or event. For example, I usually exercise after dinner. Your comment can be very short. Just write one clear sentence. Nice work today. You practiced one sentence in many useful ways. Keep speaking, keep it simple, and have a fun English day. Bye for now.